Good morning and welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host Vegetablebread, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be trying a new thing called Horde Ladder. So it's a regular ladder, so we're going from Ascension 1 to Ascension 20, rotating through the characters, but we're going to do some custom modifiers. We're going to add the Hoarder modifier and the Heirloom modifier to replace the Meow's normal blessings. So Ironclad's up first, let's get started. Wait. Custom. I guess we'll start on Ascension 1, is how we're supposed to do this. So we get the Hoarder and Vintage. Or not Vintage, Heirloom. Vintage is way different. So yeah, we're not going to be able to remove cards, but we do get 3 copies of the cards we pick. So I don't know if this is harder or easier than normal. Starting with the Tori is nice. Hey B-Diz, how's it going? It is Ascension 1, so I would assume we should take a very aggressive route. There's actually several 3 elite routes available. On the left there's 3 here, and on the right there's 3 here. There's no way to get 4. If we go on the right, we get to choose between one of these 2. They pretty much end up at the same place. It's just what do you want, a question mark or a fight. No worries, B-Diz. Happy to see you back. Hope your personal stuff is not disrupting the other aspects of your life too much. I think we want to dodge this early shop, so we're going to go left. Ideally, we'd get 3 fights and then an elite, but 4 fights I think is better than being forced into a shop. Right, let's kill this guy turn 1. Put some damage in the spike slot. I'll just go ahead and block out. I would expect to end this fight at full health. Given that we started at full health and heal for 6 at the end of the fight. Okay. So remembering that we have the Hoarder modifier on, if we pick 3 sword boomerangs, we're pretty much set on strength scaling attacks. If we pick 3 body slams, we're like really hardcore into the armor and then body slam archetype. I think I'll pick 3 sword boomerangs because it's way better for killing early elites. Okay. Got 2 of those sword boomerangs immediately. Not quite lethal, so I'll go ahead and block out for myself. Um, 15 damage, that's lethal. Okay. We get 3 feel no pains. Seems good. I think I'll pass it though. We want strength scaling, I think. And like attacks. We could take 3 true grits, maybe. Because since we get 3 sword boomerangs, we kind of like shifted the balance of the deck hardcore towards attacks. Hey J.R. Hopkins, how's it going? So taking true grits would help us swing it back. But I don't think we desperately need to swing it back right now, so let's skip. We should be skipping really aggressively with the Hoarder modifier. Nothing super useful to spend our gold on right now, so let's go ahead and buy a bunch of potions. Especially since we're on low Ascension, so we got all 3 potion slots. I think attack and skill are the best 2, and then it's energy potion versus swift pot. Let's take the energy potion. Okay, sword boomerangs are a little bit weird in this fight. I guess bash into sword boomerang is probably what we want to do. Okay. Could be a little bit challenging to end this fight at full health. We just need to not take any more damage. Looks like we're going to be able to do that. Ooh, liquid memories. Oh, we've got 3 copies of Perfected Strike. Now we're talking. 3 disarms or 3 impervious also on the table. That seems really good. Either of those is excellent. Hey, Sir Erdimal. You like this? We're doing a custom run. Hooray! I'm doing good. How are you doing? We're gonna go fight some elites and end up at Guardian. I think 3 copies of Impervious is pretty nuts. Hoarder and Heirloom. Heirloom just to offset the Nunya's gift, and Heirloom is sort of the experiment. Does this make the game easier or harder is the question. Hoarder modifier seems kind of good, kind of bad. Because you can't remove cards, so you're going to end up with a really bloated deck, but like, you get 3 copies of stuff, and that seems really good. What is a modifier? Okay, so Slay the Spire is a game, and when do you unlock them? I didn't realize you had to unlock them. I think it's just a game mode. So when you pick play, click custom, and then you'll have access to all the modifiers. I think we want 3 copies of Disarm. 3 copies of Disarm is really good. I'm surprised it didn't tell you Spire info didn't work for Hoarder. You even spelled it right. Huh. Odd. I didn't realize you had to unlock it. So 3 copies of Impervious is obviously insane. But 3 copies of Disarm is also quite insane. Oh, there it is. What are you doing, Spire info? Both Disarm and Impervious exhaust, so they don't permanently inflate the size of the deck. After we've shuffled through once, should go back to normal. Disarm is really good in Act 4 against Spire, Spear, and the Heart. And Impervious is really good before that. And less good in Act 4. Disarm is also very good against specifically Guardian, who is our boss here, since he has a lot of multi-attacks. So I think we're going to take Disarm. It's also really good against like Book of Stabbing and anybody with a multi-attack, basically. Another big fight that where they're way different is Giant Head. In the Giant Head fight, you'd much rather have Impervious than Disarm. Disarm is not very effective. But in like Reptomancer, you'd much rather have Disarm than Impervious. Actually, I don't know if that's true. Maybe Impervious is better in both of those fights. Maybe Impervious is just better at Act 3 elites. Which one's better in hallway fights? I think most hallway fights are not about multi-attacks. So, Impervious is probably better. Okay, well I think I'm more worried about Act 4 than I am about hallway fights, so I'm going to take this on. Liquid Memories is clearly going in the deck. I think it's replacing the energy pot. Going in the deck. The 3-card deck. Disarm is our only block card here, so we'll play it. And take 10. Defend is always happening. I think Disarm Strike is probably better than Bash. It's just a matter of time. Oh wait, we have lethal there. Oh wait, no we didn't, because we were weak. So our max damage was 8 plus 6. Nope, we did have lethal. Shoot, took 1 extra damage. Gambler's Brew is unlikely to be better than any of those potions. 3 copies of Wild Strike seems real weird. Same with Clothesline and Anger. I think we're just skipping all these. We've got 3 Sword Boomerangs, which should be set for attack commons. We're mostly just looking for strength scaling now. 3 copies of Anger is a hell of a drug, though. That'll get your deck turned into Angers really quickly. Alright, let's go fight some elites. Disarm turn 1 is excellent. Other turns, less excited about disarm. Ascension 1 Gremlin Nub. How I missed you. Probably not getting lethal next turn. In fact, I don't think there's any possible way we're getting lethal. But defend is going to be positive block unless he hits us 3 more times, which seems really unlikely. So we'll go ahead and take, or positive health. So we'll go ahead and play the defend. Digital Charmander, I'm glad you trust me enough to actually try the command, because I know that I baited you in the past. Maybe that wasn't you, maybe that was something else. Ooh, Toxic Egg, excellent. Very excited about Toxic Egg. Get 3 Burning Pacts. Makes me wish I had the Anger. 3 Burning Pacts, it's pretty insane. I think I will take 3 Burning Pacts. I don't know what this deck is turning into, but 3 Burning Pacts is fun. Well, if you want to do that, we have the Spire Infobot, which Bravon Cool is demonstrating. Okay, so we could either rest or upgrade. If we upgrade, it's probably on a Disarm or a Sword Boomerang. That's probably the thing. It doesn't want to spam chat. Maybe we just rest, since we're gonna take 2 more elites in a row after this. I think we can probably afford an upgrade though. Let's take a Sword Boomerang upgrade. Sword Boomerang is good against both Sentries and Lagavulin. Let's Burning Pact a strike and look for a bash. We didn't find it, so we'll just disarm. The taste of his own medicine for Lagavulin. Okay, we've got the vulnerable setup for next turn, so that's probably the wake up turn. Not a great wake up, but we can fit in a disarm too. He was waking up anyway. At least 1 defend and at least 1 strike is happening. Last one. Take 7 to do 6, or we can take 2. I think I like taking 2. Seems like we're pretty far ahead of Lagavulin here. New workout. That sounds fun. Although, you're also saying it's exhausting. Lagavulin is a little bit scary because most of our damage comes from Sword Boomerang, so if we start getting debuffed, things could go really bad really quickly. So we do need to take this seriously, and probably use some potions. Okay, so what I would love on this turn is to get a really big attack potion, and then Liquid Memories that attack. Fiendfire is pretty good, but it can't do that. We can actually play... No, we can't play Clash, because Burning Pact is going to draw cards. Well, Twin Strike has the same problem as Sword Boomerang, so that's not ideal. Is Fiendfire lethal? So it's ends up being 10 times 5, so it's 50 damage. So not lethal. 50 damage is a lot of damage, though. It also gets rid of the Sword Boomerangs, which become bad, like, immediately. So let's take Fiendfire. Okay, so now we don't have any Sword Boomerangs. We should get there in time, given that he has -6 strength. If we don't attack him. Do we kill him next turn? So this is going to do... Oh, right. He only gives you -1 strength on Ascension 1. God, Ascension 1's so much easier. So this does 7, this does 5. This ends up doing 7, so we're doing 14 next turn, guaranteed. So just block for 4. Take 8. Okay, we got to save the potion. 3 compass and battle trance seems a bit much, given that we already have 3 burning pacts. Triple drop kick could be interesting. It's a lot of card draw to go with the burning pacts, which are also card draw. We're probably skipping this. Ooh, Matryoshka paying off immediately. I think I'll just play all the cards that do stuff. And take some damage. Disarm and Defender happening, and then I guess Strike. When one rampage triggers to increase damage, does it increase damage for all rampages or just for that individual rampage? So I know I'm mispronouncing Matryoshka. I have no effort thus far to change my pronunciation. I think you're confusing Rampage and something else. I'm not sure what else you're confusing it with, but Rampage gives you strength. Oh, you're right. I was wrong. You had the right card. It's just this. It's only itself. It does not affect other copies of Rampage. It is not like Claw. I kind of wish it was like Claw, but then having an uncommon Claw would be a little bit odd. Triple Fire Breathing. We have Burning Pact, so if we get statuses, we can exhaust them and draw a bunch. That's not a terrible idea. I think we can probably make that work. Makes me wish I took that, the strike that gives you a wound. I don't know, taking any power 3 times is a little dubious of that. Unless it's like, I don't know, demon form or something. Yeah, I guess we skip this too. We have to be really judicious about what we allow into the deck with the Hoarder modifier. No fun allowed. Fun police. Oh my god, Fire Breathing would have been so good in this fight. Fire Breathing is unbelievably good. Disarms are not. So let's exhaust one to draw. And we'll let Sword Boomerang pick the target. Okay, that guy. And defend for 5. Hey, Flintlock. How's it going? Let's Burning Pact away a strike. Try and find some block. The first defend is pretty effective because of Tori. The second defend is not very effective. So currently we're taking 1 from this guy and 9 from this guy, so it's 10 total. If we do this defend, we end up saving 2 health. We block 1 of his damage and 1 of his damage. So, not very effective. So we'll just strike plus on this guy. Could Liquid Memories here. I'd probably be wanting Bash though, and Bash is already still in the draw pile, so I think we'll wait on it. Okay. Bash defend is fine. Try and get 16 damage next turn. It's not guaranteed, but it could happen. That's 15. Maybe Sword Boomerang helps. We can kill him. We can use the Liquid Memories to block for 8 here. Or we just take 9. If we take 9, we go to 15. Go through a question mark and 2 hallway fights before we rest and then boss. Okay. Let's Burning Pact the disarm. That way we draw more dazes. Get rid of them. Tori doing a lot of work here. If we take 9 here, we go to 4. We don't really have any alternate options. I guess Skill Pop is almost certain to save us at least 8 health. I want more out of my Skill Pop. I want 10 plus damage out of Skill Pop. Let's see if we can kill him. Yeah, looks like we can. Okay. Let's see if we can draw a lethal. Yeah, it was pretty unlikely. Okay. In fact, it may have been impossible. Alright, down to 3. Triple Armaments plus Triple Intimidate. And both of those are bad. Triple Intimidate is an awful lot of weak. It also exhausts. It costs 0, so it doesn't feel too offensive to put in the deck with. Some Burning Pacts. So we've got quite a bit of card draw. Having some more 0 cost stuff would be pretty welcome. Having 3 copies of Intimidate plus, though, is just... that's a lot of card. I think I like it, though. It, weak is a really powerful effect. Okay. Okay, so double defend blocks for 14, so that's nice. So let's do that, and then I guess that on him. Maybe we should have considered Flex Pot with the Sword Boomerang, but Flex Pot Sword Boomerang is gonna be good, no matter when we play it. Hopefully the Sword Boomerang kills the Louse. It does. And we're gonna weaken and disarm the leader. Could get 6 health out of a potion here, but as I've said repeatedly, I want more out of them than that. Hopefully I'm not saying that until I find myself in a situation that cannot be survived. We're not there yet. Fairy Bottle is excellent. Guess I should have used one of those potions. Triple Headbutt. Gives us a lot of control over the deck. I do like Headbutt plus card draw. And we've got a bunch of Sword Boomerangs. So if we can find some like a limit break or something, we'd be in really good shape. Triple Ghostly Armor is also quite good. We don't really have any actual block cards. We have Disarms and Intimidates. And you kind of need block cards for Guardian, so I think I'll pick one. Fairy Ball is clearly happening. I think it's better than Skill Pot. Okay. Intimidate's free. I guess we're playing everything in the hand because it's free. Could use a Flex Pot now. It's probably lethal if we do it now. It's currently 12 plus 12 is 24. We end up getting 5 times 6, so 30 extra damage, so it would be lethal. But do we need that damage against the Guardian? I think now that I have a Fairy in a Bottle and a Liquid Memories, I'm not willing to give up either of those potions. So I value the Flex Pot a little bit less. Okay. Get some healing. Replace it with another potion. Triple Searing Blow's terrible. Triple Clothesline I've turned down the number of times. We also have like really reliable weak now with 3 Intimidate pluses, so Clothesline's never going to be an option. And Triple Second Wind would go really well with the triple Feel No Pain that we didn't pick. We do have Burning Pact to draw a big hand of cards and exhaust them, but I don't think Second Wind is that's really what we're looking for. I don't know, maybe it is though. It is upgraded too. The problem with Second Wind is you kind of want like 1 or 2 of them. If you get 3 of them, they're going to start hitting each other. But I guess that's okay. Alright, I think I will take Second Wind. We're kind of like way over-indexed into defensive cards now. But whatever. Let's draw some cards. I don't really want to take 7. Okay, so Second Wind is going to block out here. So we can like bash Sword Boomerang in Second Wind. Okay. Second Wind is awfully good. Let's draw some cards, see if we get lethal. We don't. Use a Ghostly Armor to block. Save the cards in deck. Oh wait, we did get lethal. Look at that. Hey, there's a Feel No Pain. Well, Feel No Pain is definitely in the deck now, even though the other 2 are upgraded. Feel No Pain's insane. Disarms Exhaust, Burning Pact's Exhaust, Intimidates Exhaust, Ghostly Armor's Exhaust. We have 3 copies of Second Wind. It's definitely a Feel No Pain deck. Looks like we got ourselves up to a respectable life total. I think smithing here is possible. We're not guaranteed to survive, but I think we're likely to survive. Let's upgrade Disarm. As I've mentioned repeatedly, it's really, really good in this fight. We also have a Fairy in a bottle, so our health is a little bit of an illusion here. And let's play the Ghostly Armor to keep it alive. We can Feel No Pain, Burning Pact, hope for a Second Wind or a Ghostly Armor. Okay. Didn't get either of those. If we defend, we block for 11 and take 30 exactly, so we're dying. Would we rather Sword Boomerang for 3 damage or Disarm? I think Disarm. I guess we could defend and spend a potion, spend a Liquid Memories to stay alive. Go back and get Ghostly Armor or something. Actually, I think I like that. So let's develop the Disarm, and then... Oh, I forgot that was going to block. So we're actually blocking for 12, so our effective health total is 31, so we're actually surviving right now. But we could use the Liquid Memories to get 13 health, and I think that's about as much as we expect out of it. We would also get a Letter Opener proc that does no damage. Okay. Alright, there's the last Feel No Pain. Let's continue getting rid of strikes. Maybe we need to save the Intimidate. I guess we're losing Ghostly Armor here as well. I missed that. Alright, 1 times 4 is not very much damage, so I think we're mostly focused on doing damage back to him. Turns out it's 0 times 4. Pretty weird fight. Play this to keep it alive. I guess we're going another cycle here. Looks like we're blocking out, so that's fine. He is at 1. So we'll bash to split him, I suppose. I don't think either of these are getting through the armor. Alright. Let's play both Ghostly Armors to keep him around, and then just strike him. I guess it's a good thing he doesn't really scale. We could Intimidate to... Oh wait, we don't need that block. Doesn't do anything. Okay. And he's just attacking for 0 times 4, so we can kind of just mess around. Guardian with -7 strength. Who knew? He still does have this attack. This does 16. Looks like we're going to be able to split him. Defend and strike is blocks out. Keep the Ghostly Armor alive, get in a little bit of damage. He's not attacking this turn, so we can get to a free bash, get in a Sword Boomerang. What an odd fight. I've never disarmed the Guardian so thoroughly. Alright, now he's attacking for real. Sword Boomerang is only hitting for 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. Not quite enough to split him, so we're going to have to depend on probably Ghostly Armor second wind the defend to block. So it blocks for 13, this blocks for 16. So it's going to be well over blocking. Do a tiny amount of real damage. Okay. Split him again. I guess the Guardian does technically scale because he gets harder to split out of his first phase over time. I guess I'll Intimidate to block. I don't want to take 1. It also weakens him for next turn, so he hits for 0, which is funny. Oh shoot. Lost the Ghostly Armor just forgetting about it. This is 12, and this is 13, so I guess we use this one. Losing another Ghostly Armor. Not a huge deal. I think we are out of them now. Alright, so we need to draw some blocks so we don't waste the Fairy in a bottle. Burning Pacts themselves do block, so I guess we'll keep doing that. Seems like that blocks out. Just use a Sword Boomerang. Alright, should get lethal next turn. I would imagine. Cool. Well, that was very weird. There's a Limit Break plus. Also access to Fiendfire and Reaper. Pretty good pick. Yeah. Yeah, we're struggling a little bit to scale our damage. We've got a lot of block cards currently. Limit Break is all about scaling that damage. Fiendfire is also very good though because we have the Feel No Pains. So Fiendfire is better with Feel No Pains. Limit Break is better with the Sword Boomerangs. One of the problems with Limit Break is we don't have any starting strength. Usually you're able to solve that problem, but the Limit Breaks do start out as a curse, because they don't do anything. But they also start out upgraded because of the Toxic Egg, which is a pretty major change to how the card works. So I think I'm going to pick the limit breaks, despite the problems. And we'll just have to find like some source of strength, probably from like a relic. We have a Metrostroika, so maybe we'll find a relic eventually that does strength. Marker Pain would be really good if we picked those fire breathings. We did not pick the fire breathings, so maybe not. Pandora's Box is interesting. Wait, how does Pandora's Box and Hoarder interact? I think they interact terribly, and that's a horrible idea. Okay, so we're not doing that, because that's madness. So it's one of these two. I think they're both better than Skip. We do have kind of a thick deck already, because of the Hoarder modifier. So we're going to be skipping most of the card picks in Act 2, but it also means that the statuses kind of get lost in the shuffle. They're not going to be very dense. We also have Burning Pact, so we can get rid of them. So I think it's going to be Marker Pain over Velvet Choker. I do not like getting choked. It's no good. We also have like card draw and some zero cost stuff, so it seems pretty likely that we could lose some action to Choker. Collector is our Act 2 boss. We go to full health because we're on low Ascension. We have some money, we go to a shop. We cannot take the Bite event. If we take the if we took the Bite event, we would end up with 15 copies of Bite, which is kind of nuts. If we took the Council of Ghosts event, we would end up with 15 copies of Apparition Plus, I believe, which is busted good. So I think we're looking for that. Maybe we take this Elite and then that one and then a shop. We have some money, but we don't like have to go to a shop and spend it immediately. This also goes through just an absolute ton of question marks. 4 before the first fire, and 1 here. 2 Elites in Act is fine. We can get 3 if we go on the right, in the middle though, or on the right. And this one will be the last one. If we go on the right, we can also get to an early shop. Either this one or that one are possible. There's a lot of hallway fights there, though, and like not very many question marks. And it seems like the question marks are kind of insane with the Toxic Egg and the Hoarder modifier. So we're going to go for the question marks, I think. Birds? What? Well, disarms are insane in this fight. So we will use them. Tori is also probably pretty good. Once they start strengthening up. Let's use Second Wind to get rid of Limit Break because it doesn't do anything currently. And I guess start punching one of them. Hi, over easy, Evan. How's it going? No, so on lower Ascension, you get 5 copies of Apparition instead of 3. So we would get 15. Alright, he got knocked down. What are the most important cards for Poison build? So part of the complexity of playing Silent is like, how do you want to apply your poison? Crippling Cloud is commonly a really good way to start. You usually want to have Obnoxious Fumes, and like Deadly Poison is also good. Those are kind of like my top 3. Other things that you can do, Bouncing Flask and Poison Stab, obviously. At this point, I'm just naming all the poison cards, but it kind of just depends on what you see. Referring to it as a poison deck is a little bit simplistic, and might lead you to misguide yourself. Thanks for the follow, over easy, Evan. I pray that you never become hard-boiled. Alright, I guess we're just second winding this whole hand. Poof. Magic. I do mostly play as Slay the Spire, so I'm a game developer. So I sort of like split my day between streaming and making a game. The goal of the streaming is sort of like, this is my marketing effort. So I'm trying to build a community based around the types of games that I like to make, so that as the game starts to get done, I can transition to like playing that game and talking about it on stream. And so I'm playing Slay the Spire because I'm making a game that's kind of like Slay the Spire. There have been a lot of Slay the Spire riff-offs, and I don't want to give you the impression that this is one of those, because it isn't. But it has the same sort of... It's a strategy game, I guess, is what makes it similar. We can actually trigger Letter Opener again. Oh no, we don't have enough energy. Alright, well, no point in holding on to an Intimidate. I haven't done any development on stream. I could do that if people are interested. I think generally watching people type code is not very appealing. It's not good television, so I could do some of that, but I'm mostly looking for people who are interested in like potentially buying the game than potentially making their own games. Although, you know, whatever, it's all good. We need to block here, so let's try and do that with these two. And I guess that does it, right? Okay. So to address your question, Bayi. I think okay, so developer for me is a broad term that encompasses everyone involved in development. So that includes community managers, that includes quality assurance people, programmers, designers, that's everybody. So everybody's a developer. And since I'm doing a game sort of quote unquote by myself, no one truly makes anything by themselves, right? We all stand on the shoulders of giants and all that standard disclaimer stuff. But since I'm the only like person working on my game, I have to wear all the hats. So I'm on this project. I'm the lead programmer and the only programmer and the lead designer and the only designer and all that. Triple Havoc seems bad, right? But maybe good. This deck is so weird. Okay, we need to focus on getting Limit Break and some Strength Synergy. Heavy Blades could be good. We've got Sword Boomerangs currently for paying off our Strength. And I think adding 3 Heavy Blades is probably wrong. And I think Clothesline's terrible. Okay. So we're skipping it all. We're not giving you guys the money. You're giving me your money. Alright, tell me who to target. Okay. So, for this fight, let's talk about who to target. If you can't kill Bear... If you can kill Bear on turn 1, do that. That's your first target. If you can't kill Bear on turn 1, can you kill Pointy on turn 1? If you can do that, do it, because then he's the only one attacking on turn 1. If you can't kill Pointy on turn 1, then the selection between Pointy and Romeo becomes a little bit more fuzzy, because Pointy has less health, but Romeo is a bigger threat. So it's a little bit unclear here about whether I'm supposed to strike Pointy or Romeo. In this case, Pointy has significantly lower health, both because he started out 8 health lower, which isn't guaranteed, and also because he took 9 damage to the Sword Boomerangs, whereas Romeo only took 6. So I think the target's going to be Pointy here so that we can execute him before he hurts us too much. At the same time, he is hitting for 5 times 2, and 5 is kind of Tori's magic number, so maybe we just don't care about him at all, and we just only target Romeo. Actually, yeah, having Pointy hits for 2 every turn doesn't seem important, so I've changed my mind to Romeo. quadruple my strength from 0 to 0. Oh, did somebody ask about Blur? Oh, you're talking about the cards for a poison deck. Yeah, I think Blur's okay. Not against it. We have a surprising amount of block available. Oh, right, because we're on low Ascension, so we only got -2 decks instead of -4. I see. Yeah, you did say is Blur any good? Yeah, I don't know. I'm less sold on Blur than some people are. I think Blur's primarily good in the context of like a burst or a nightmare, when you can like actually play it every turn. But usually, like adding a Blur to your deck feels a lot like adding a defend to your deck, which is not something you want to do. So I tend to not like Blur, but there are definitely contexts that make it good. Okay, we're getting hit for a bunch of damage. It is 19 plus 2, so 21 damage. Annoyingly, if we put any armor up, though, Pointy will tear through it with his 2 damage. 2/10. So I don't think getting a bunch of armor is probably correct. Let's get rid of this strike, because it's bad. Intimidate's going to do a lot of work blocking. So now we want to play one more skill because of Letter Opener. It's probably Second Wind. Second Wind blocks for 15, whereas Ghostly Armor blocks for 11. I guess we'll play both. We'll save the Ghostly Armor, then Second Wind the other two. Okay. The minus Dex does not apply to Feel No Pain, so that's nice. We only have defensive options available, so I guess we'll just defend as much as we can. Bear's probably going to be the last one alive, so Disarm is probably best on him. Could have also done it on Pointy, I suppose, since he multi-attacks, but didn't feel super important. We're going to finish off Pointy with Letter Opener here. And we're probably going to finish off Romeo as well. Bear's hitting for 5 this turn, so that's going to turn into 1, so we don't care about blocking. But we will anyway, just because that's the third skill. Ascension 1. So we're on Ascension 1 because we're doing a ladder, and this is the first game. We are going to do a heart kill if we can. Runic Pyramid is good in almost all decks. It's particularly good in poison decks because you... oh, right. It's not Ascension 20. Good point. I usually have Ascension 20 as the first part of the name. So now what do I put there? Do I just put Horde Ladder? Here, let's say trying something new. I always misspell the word variant, so I suspect that I've misspelled it in the title. But you know what? If I wanted to spell things correctly, I would have, I don't know what, gone to school longer. We can't kill him, and I guess I'd prefer to take 0 damage, so... Yeah, sorry, I was in the middle of explaining why Runic Pyramid is good, but yeah, setting up Catalyst is usually what you're trying to do with a poison deck, so if that's the situation, then definitely Runic Pyramid is insane. It is, with Silent, since presumably you're playing a Silent poison deck, since you can't play poison in any other class, If you have already picked a well-laid plans, the runic pyramid is a little bit worse because it makes well-laid plans kind of useless. I think we're no on all these. I've talked about Clothesline a number of times. Rampage, I think, is also a no. And then the Pommel Strike is kind of interesting, actually. We have a lot of card draw stuff, but I think no. Man, where's that strength scaling? Spinning the wheel. Money? Can I have some money? Aw, he's gonna stab me. Drat. Okay. Wow, Shelled Parasite's only hitting for 7. Are you feeling okay, bud? What's wrong, Shelled Parasite? You look sick. Okay. I guess I'll play the Intimidate too. Why not? None of these cards are doing anything, but he's also not doing anything to us. Yikes. There's a whole handful of yikes. I want to get plated armor damage with these 2 strikes, but I don't want to skip Feel No Pain either. It only does 2 damage. I'll skip it. We'll get through the plated armor. We'll get there. We'll just have to get our strength up. Oh, wait. This might be a stun, in case people don't know about the stun mechanic of this fight. If you can get him down to 0 plated armor, he doesn't attack. Just on that turn, he'll start attacking again next turn, but it's kind of neat. A little hidden feature. We can't get a letter opener proc. I mean, we could have at the beginning of the turn, but can't now. So yep, here it is. We're going to stun him. He's like, what? Does a little dance. He got the -7 strength from all of our disarms. We took all of his little weird root arm things and we cut him off. Now he's just an avocado with a mouth. Laying on the ground like that Monty Python Black Knight. You shall not pass. You can't stop me. Triple Fiendfire seems great. We are way low on damage. Its strength scales. We have 3 copies of Feel No Pain. Seems amazing. Excuse me. Surprise shop. Okay. Aha! Inflame. We found it. There's our strength scaling. Okay. Pretty obligated to buy the Inflame. We do get... Wait, do we not get 3 copies of it? Oh, we do. Okay. Phew. Alright, so we got our triple Inflame. I guess we just buy, like, Pen Nib and Tiny Chest. I don't really want any more cards. Or you just get a massive deck. Add 15 cards to the deck, go up to 55. You do get points for that if you get a really big deck. I'm not really interested in point optimization in this game, but it is something you could do. Is True Grit Plus good? It says Exhaust on it. We got 3 Feel No Pains. I think we're almost certainly buying the Pen Nib. I think I will buy True Grit. It lets us exhaust all the strikes that we can't get rid of. I'm going up to a 43 card deck though, so maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe if we really want to get the deck small, we could take Purity Plus. If we take Purity Plus and find a Dark Embrace, we're doing crazy stuff. I mean, we already have 3 copies of Feel No Pain, right? Purity Plus blocks for just as much as True Grit. After the Feel No Pains are in play. Maybe we should get neither. We're not really having any trouble blocking. Yeah, I think we're okay. We've already got like a plan for blocking the heart with like triple disarm and ghostly armors and stuff. We'll be fine. We don't need more block. So what do we do with the rest of this money? Are we going to do a future shop? We were originally planning on it. I think now we probably dodge it. Take the hallway fight instead. Is Tiny Trust gonna proc? There's 1 question mark here, so we'd have to hit. We could hit this question mark too, so we'd have to get 2 more question marks in Act 3. Matryoshka applies, but it's probably Matryoshka is just gonna hit this thing, right? Like, it's gonna be used up in a sec. Yeah, I guess we just save money. There's nothing I want to buy, so I'll just skip it. Maybe we do want to go to the second shop. Who knows? Seems like we can afford an upgrade here. Get that last sword boomerang upgraded. Get a disarm. Feel No Pains and Inflames also have okay upgrades. We don't super need that. So we're blocking for 9 per exhausted card. Currently, upgraded Feel No Pain would go up to 10, so improving it by like 11%. Fiendfire Plus does a heck of a lot of damage. Don't know what to do. I think disarm is kind of our like project. We want to get get all 3 of them upgraded eventually. All right, Gremlin Leader. Hey, we've got Inflame Limit Break. Look at that. Oof, man. Yesterday, I had just terrible luck. I lost 4 runs in Act 1, and I was like, all right, stream over. I can't handle it. Let's bring it back to the strike first. See if we draw some more stuff. Oh my goodness. So we could double inflame, double limit break. Take 6, 7, plus 3, 10 damage, and get 2, 4, 8, 16 strength. Sure. You gotta figure that's gonna be enough strength, right? Rawr. Okay, I guess we're playing 3 skills to do some AoE damage. And then bashing somebody to death. He'll probably die to let her open her proc next turn. Or maybe a sword boomerang or something. Who knows? Let's double Feel No Pain and then like disarm the leader. I guess that means we're already blocked out, so we can just play an Inflame too, just for fun. Alright. That goes to 36 strength. Okay. Fiendfire does 43 times 4 damage. Lethal detected. Self-forming clay, that's interesting. We could take 3 more Feel No Pains, or 3 more Disarm pluses. My goodness. Those both seem like good things that the deck does. It does seem like the Feel No Pain density has gone down a little bit, given that we have 40 cards in the deck, so we could boost that back up. Go up to 6 copies of Feel No Pain. So it ends up being like 6 out of 43 cards are Feel No Pain. It's like approximately 15%, slightly lower. Flex Limit Break is fun. I steer away from that. I pretty much only pick Flex when I have like Clockwork Souvenir or Orange Pellets nowadays. But yeah, originally I was always trying to line up Flex and Limit Break. It's really fun. It's like, aha, I'll get 2 temporary strength and then double it. Now it's 2 permanent strength. Haha. Feels like you're beating the game. I figured you out, game. What are you gonna do now? Let's draw some more cards, see what we get. Yuck. I guess we can just do it again. And then do we save the Ghostly Armor, or do we do 8 damage? 8 damage. Don't care about Ghostly Armor, we're never shuffling. We have a 43 card deck. Okay, I was trying to get some strength before we got confused, but I guess this is okay. Fiendfire actually blocks for a bunch here too, so it blocks for 9, as well as doing 22 damage. It does more damage if we just play Sword Boomerang than if we exhaust it, but we need the block too, so. Alright, I don't think we need another Feel No Pain. Let's just kill him. Okay. Triple Wild Strike seems bad. Triple Warcry could be good. Since we have such a massive deck, Warcry would add some consistency. It also procs Feel No Pain. It's not very card efficient, so we could have some trouble with Time Lord or the Heart. Since we're below Ascension 20, we're only fighting one of the Act 3 bosses, so our chance of encountering the Heart has dropped from 2/3 to 1/3. Could get 3 copies of Cleave, I suppose, if you insist. I mean, mathematically it's possible. But I think we're just going to skip. I don't think we're excited enough about Warcry. Ooh, a mummified hand. Oh, we didn't turn on the ending. Shoot. I always forget that when I do custom runs to click the ending button, so we can't fight the Heart. Okay, well, whatever. Disarm's great here. There's another one. It's off like 6/10. Like that. Alright, a disarmed Book of Stabbing. Name a more classic combo. Here, hold on, I'm gonna do something. I've got a plan, chat. It's gonna be great. Crap. I need to keep holding. Hold. Almost there. There we go. We've disarmed him. Now he doesn't have any arms. He's just a book with a little bit of a knife sticking out the front. Yeah, I mean, if you want to give the Slay the Virus people some money, that's fine with me. I'm not in any huge rush to get rid of that. Just a simple book. We can take a lot from him. We can't take his words. And his words hurt. Crap, I've got some cat hair in the mouse problems. Alright, I think they're nominally resolved. Man, I don't know if I've ever just dunked on the Book of Stabbing so hard. Making him attack for 0 repeatedly while blocking for 1,000,000 just feels embarrassing. Even his big attacks, I'm just completely unafraid. It's great that we had a deck with all these powers, and then we found Mummified Hand. That's like pretty useful. We could try and kill him from here with just letter opener procs. We would need 4 letter opener procs, and then we would save Pendib for the next fight. Seems pretty reasonable. I think that's the plan. Unless he, like, demonstrates an ability to hurt us. I don't see any reason to respect his damage. The only way to proc letter opener is to just get stronger and stronger. 96 strength. We can, like, accidentally overflow our strength. Jesus. Sword Boomerang does 200 damage 3 times. Just casually 3 heart damage procs. Or heart damage caps. Not because we need it, just because it's fun. Okay, one more proc. There it is. Alright, we got him. Saved the letter opener. It was worth it. Triple Flame Barrier? Yeah, that was cyberbullying. You're correct. Let me take down that disarm book thing now. Flame Barrier, huh? Do we ever take Triple Battle Trance? Helps us draw a big hand and then throw it away to Fiendfire. Helps us find limit breaks earlier on in the fight. Gives us some garbage skills that we can exhaust a second wind. Yeah, it seems like hand size is pretty important. Originally I wasn't picking those because I had the Burning Pacts. But that was like 20 cards ago, so I think we need more card draw now. We get 3 more Field No Pains, go up to 9. Do we ever need Blue Candle? I don't think so. Chemical X, we don't have any X-cost stuff. Triple Sadistic Nature, that's actually pretty good. Given that we have Mummified Hand and Disarms and Intimidates, it's not bad. It's a little bit of a distraction, though. In the old tank and spank strength scaling plan. Pummels are good. They say exhaust on them, and they strength scale. The only strength scaling we have is Sword Boomerang. Which, to be fair, feels like plenty. I guess Fiendfire is technically strength scaling as well. We could buy a White Beast statue and then continually forget about it. It's true. If strikes are your damage cap cards, then strength scaling is not super relevant. That is fair. But that does depend on us drawing a lot of limit breaks. I think I just want White Beast statue. It's good, right? Get more potions. I assume we can't buy anything else. We could still buy the pummel, but I don't think we need it. Man, this cat hair is really in there. Get out. Usually I just sort of casually brush the bottom of the mouse and it solves itself, but that time it was like in the little laser cavity. Okay. Alright. What do we need to upgrade? I think just the last disarm. I don't see any reason to deviate from the disarm plan. Did we end up getting 6 disarms, or are we still just on 3? We're still on 3. I think it was up against Feel No Pains, round 2. Alright. I think Inflame is happening. Battle Trance, I guess? Oof, Battle Trance into 2 Burning Pacts. That's no fun. Get the strength scaling started. Disarm the Parasite, and I guess get rid of some cards. An awkward hand. We don't really need any armor, so we could just like limit break Fiendfire. That works. You remember the last avocado we fought where we had to like slowly nibble him to death? Seems like the deck's a little bit better now. Let's get rid of that defend. Okay. Explosive Potion is not very good, but it's way better than Upgrade Pot. I guess we could have saved the Pet Nib. That's true. That's true. Technically. You know, I was offered Perfected Strikes really early in the run. I totally should have taken it. I didn't realize I was going to end up with a 46-card deck. But if you have Perfected Strike and like 20 cards that say Strike in it, like those start to get pretty good. So if it's upgraded and you have 20 strikes, it does 66 damage. That's no joke. Definitely not good here, though. One last chance for apparitions. No. It gets a lot of upgrades. Card remove is not super relevant with a 46-card deck, so let's get the upgrades. I guess we're upgrading because we're at full health. So our disarm project is over. The other 2 sword boomerangs are upgraded, so this sword boomerang feels a little bit left out. We could help him out. The number on Inflame is not very important, so I don't really care about that. Feel No Pains are currently blocking for 18 per card exhausted, so we could go to 19, which is a very small percentage increase. We could upgrade Bash It's our only source of vulnerable. I do quite like vulnerable in like strength scaling pen nib decks because like once you start like getting a bunch of strength and then multiplying it by things, the numbers get really large and that's fun. But I think Sword Boomerang gets an extra proc. Seems like the biggest change we can get. Gets an extra application of strength is what I mean by proc. Okay, well, let's battle trance, see what we're working with. Inflame Limit Break, turn 1. And we get to play the whole hand because of our helpful friend, the Mummified Hand. We could save and Intimidate, but I might as well just extend that week a little bit. Okay. It's a good start. We can get almost as much armor out of Ghostly Armor by not playing it as by playing it. If we don't play it, we get 9 block. If we do play it, we get 14. But I guess we'll just play the whole hand. Oops. I clicked on OBS. Maybe we should have Hardwired there. Seems better than what I did do. We're blocked out, so we don't have to play Ghostly Armor. We could just play Bash Sword Boom. I think I just like Ghostly Armor Sword Boom. Uh-oh. It is showing me the toolbar. Let's see, can I press Control Z? I can. Excellent. Thank you for telling me it was broken. Alright, I was hoping that would give me an opportunity for Explosive Pop, but it did not. Let's draw some cards. Here's the big debuff turn. We can't Fiendfire him to death. Right? 13 times... Yeah, even if it was 9, it wouldn't be enough. Inflame is happening. I guess if we Fiendfire, we just block out. And that's valuable as well. Okay. Maybe I should have Fiendfired on one of the Torch Heads just to kill him. This is always happening. Okay, so we have 13 plus 22 is 34 damage coming in, 35 damage. We are blocking for 9 currently. Each card we hit with Second Wind would block for 15. So ideally we would Second Wind 2 cards, although that would be both of our limit breaks, and that would make me very sad. We could play 1 limit break and then strike and explosive pod to block for 11. That seems like enough, right? I think we can finish this fight with 16 strength. Seems like plenty. Okay. Let's develop that and block out. Juggernaut would be fun. I don't know if it's really that helpful. Now, can we finish this fight with only Letter Opener procs? I think probably no. That looks lethal. I don't think there's any point in messing around too much. Maybe we actually could finish it with Letter Opener procs. Because, he's only at 39. That's a lot of Letter Opener procs. I'd rather not mess around. Okay. Extra limit breaks. Offering. Berserk technically here too. Definitely feels like the also ran against limit break plus and offering plus. Seems like more limit breaks is more gooder. I don't even know what to think about this deck now. It's like, rather than thinking about this deck as being composed of like individual cards, this deck is composed of like ratios between combo elements. It's very confusing. Sure, why not? Let's get that 50 card deck. We could remove 2 cards. Is Snecko Eye good or dangerous or both? I assume it's good, right? We have lots of card draw, which is good. Helps us draw our limit breaks. Helps Fiendfires hit bigger. Helps Second Wind hit bigger. Is there an argument for Calling Bell? Calling Bell could give us a... is actually very likely to give us a strength scaling relic, so we could get like Vajra or Duvudal. Actually, Duvudal wouldn't work, would it? Yeah, we'd have to find a curse if we get Duvudal. Oh wait, no, it's because Calling Bell itself will give you a curse. You only get 1 curse now. You used to get 3, but I only get 1. So Snecko Eye, or sorry, we could get Duvudal, Vajra, or Gira. And that would give our limit breaks a place to start. I think it's probably worth looking for that. It definitely seems like now that we have 6 copies of limit break and a bunch of card draw, the limiting factor is drawing an inflame at the beginning. But yeah, Snecko is really good. I think I'm going to skip it here. I really need that starting strength scaling. The battle tolls. We did get Duvudal. Great. Okay. Why does it say 3? Oh, we do get 3 curses. Oh, right. Yes. I totally missed what you were saying. You're 100% right. Because Calling Bell used to give you 3 curses, and then they changed it to be better. So I forgot that the Hoarder does apply to it. Okay, well, we start with 3 strength, whatever. Hey, you're a cat. I have to go deal with my cat, she's yelling at me. She's justifiably angry she's out of food, but I will feed her after the stream. Don't you worry, Coconut. We'll get you some food. So normally I'd be looking for a Mega Elite here, but we do not have the ending turned on, so that's not an option. I think we're still hunting Elites just for funsies. There's a path with 3 over here. To be honest though, I feel pretty ready for Donudeka like right now. Yeah, Snecko Eye is really, really good. So if you haven't tried it, I do encourage you to check it out. Sometimes you'll have bad experiences. That's part of it, for sure. Let's see. We want more fires, right? Fires are how we stay safe. Yeah, let's go to this guy. Okay. Feel no pain, Fiendfire blocks out. I guess we could bash too. Let's see, we miss out on 10 damage, but we do 11 damage, and then we do extra bonus damage. Oof. Yeah, I mean, I still had fun yesterday. Just didn't get any wins or anything resembling a win. Alright, there's another Feel No Pain. To go with the Intimidate. We get stronger. Okay. I like this Burning Pact hits exactly Curse of the Bell combo we got going. Seems good. Let's get rid of these defends, get the proc, play some sword boomerangs. Blocking for 40. Okay. I always forget that I have White Beast statue, and then I have to actually... Oop, there's Dark Embrace, we found it. I was looking for it, we found it. Alright, well this deck is insane now. Have to figure Fire Potion is better than Energy Potion in the presence of Mummified Hand. I guess that is a possible hand, sure. Careful to spend the minimum amount of energy for optimizing the ice cream that we don't have. Is this the Heart of Iron? Block for 6 here, might block for more later. Seems like a waste, but I guess that's what it's here for. I don't know. See, this is why I have problems with White Beast statue, because it's like, I want to spend the potion in the fight, because I'm going to get a potion as a reward. But like, my potions are good, so I don't want to spend them. And it's like, probably I'll be able to end this fight at full health, even if I don't block this at all. Probably the 6 damage is the only damage I'm taking. But I guess I can't guarantee that, so we'll get it. Oh goodness, okay. Maybe we actually are gonna... He's gonna explode on us, isn't he? I guess any attack we draw next turn means he doesn't explode, but... It's very possible we don't draw any. Okay, we drew one. Oh my god. Nobody say anything. It didn't happen. Yep. Sure. That's, you know what? Doesn't matter. We can take an extra Inflame. I don't think we really need that now. The whole point of Inflame was just to give, I was trying to get a letter opener proc so that I was doing some AoE damage, and then I was like, one card is enough with, Fiendfire to kill him, and I just didn't count my energy, so I ended up taking 3 damage in the fight. Look, it's fine. It'll be fine. We are fighting Donudeka, our one and only endgame boss. Okay, so Second Wind is going to block out for us. We only needed to hit 1 card. I think that card's probably going to be Inflame. Okay. Triple Jawworm is no joke. They can kill some characters. Probably not us, but, you know, some characters. It's enough, right? Okay, so 19 times what is equal to 49? 3? So we can strike somebody else. And then Fiendfire him to death. Inflame, Limb Break, Sword Boomerang's probably lethal. Yeah, okay. Wow. You're a kitty. Coconut's like, how long do I have to sit here before you feed me? Soon, Coconut, soon. Alright, Entropic Brew is nuts. A little bit less nuts since we have a fairy in a bottle. But you know what? Ooh, Flintlock wants to see you, Coconut. That's convenient because you're right here. This is Coconut. She's a cat. She's very old. She's 20 years old. That's pretty old for a kitty. And, yeah. Alright, see you later, Startable. Do we need Shrug It Off? I don't know if we need Shrug It Off. What do you think, Coconut? We could take our 6th copies of Intimidate. Thunderclap is also here, I guess. I don't think we need Shrug It Offs. We've got other sources of block. You want to go back to your turn? Sure. We're just skipping this. We have a 55 card deck. I don't really want to turn it into a 59 card deck. We don't need Inflames really at all, so I'm going to get rid of one of those. Now we've only got 2. I just said no to a free Shrug It Off, so it would be weird to pay for one. Strange Spoon is kind of odd. I think, generally, if you're playing a Feel No Pain deck, you don't want Strange Spoon, which might seem counterintuitive, because it's like, you've got all these cards that exhaust, don't you want to keep them? But it's like, you actually need them to exhaust to get the block. So I've had bad experiences where I like pick Strange Spoon, and then it prevents me from blocking, and I take a bunch of damage. So I don't think we're going to do that. I don't know what to do with my energy. I guess, like, Anchor is good. I think it's probably just Anchor. Okay. Alright, our first Act 3 Elite. I guess I'll Burning Peg before I disarm. And play both of the Ghostly Armors to keep them. Yeah, it is. Hoarder means you can't remove cards. We have Pen-Nib active, but he is invulnerable, so I don't want to waste it on this turn, so I think we're just chilling. Alright, Sword Boomerang for 26 times 4. It seems like a lot of damage. Sure. Nemesis is hitting us, though. Do we need more second wins? Seems like if we could get them, we would like them. There's a Dark Embrace. We can Dark Embrace second wind our way to victory here. I don't want Limit Break to go into second wind, though. Oops. I guess I'll draw another card. Sure, why not? Oh, it didn't work. Raise. Good point, Coconut. We don't really need 2 copies of Dark Embrace. I guess I'll play more Limit Breaks. This is just to get get us back to Pen-Nib. I'll play them if they're free. Okay. Might as well play all the cards, I suppose. Up to 80 strength. He has 46 health, so I think we're getting him. We could theoretically wait and charge up Pen-Nib, but let's... I always forget about potions and stuff coming at the end of the fight. Havoc is kind of weird with a 54 card deck, so I think I'll skip it. Armaments is totally unnecessary, and Combust I think is not helpful enough, so we'll skip it. Attack Potion's probably better than Fire Potion, so I'll take that. Okay. Whispering Voices. We don't really need the healing. Madness doesn't really do anything. We've got plenty of energy with the Mark of Pain and the Mummified Hand. So we don't need that. So we'll just lose 4 max HP. Not a big deal. Here's Recommancer. Getting to start off with a big old Battle Trance Fiendfire. Okay, so we probably want to use Fiendfire to kill one of the daggers. It's going to have to hit 3 cards, so... Oh, that's true. Wait, no, there's no curses available there. It's... Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, we can get curses, so we could have healed, taken the wraths. They are wraths, though, right? So they would have started in our opening hand. That's pretty bad. Wraths are, like, much worse than normal curses if you have a 54-card deck. Normally they're not as bad as regular curses, but, like, I think Wrath might be worse than normality right now. So taking 3 copies of it would be sketchy. But you're right that the initial strength would have been doubled. I think the most important thing about the initial strength is that it exists, not that it's a large number. Let's see what we draw. Okay. So now it only has to hit 2 cards. And it costs 0. I want to play the Disarm. I guess we're doing it like that. Showing someone's 1 dagger on this difficulty? What? Doesn't seem like enough. Alright, we want to play 3 attacks so that we kill this dagger. Or 3 skills, rather. One of them's going to be Limit Break, the other one's going to be Disarm, and then I guess Second Wind. Sure. Walking for plenty. Sword Boomerang is our only hope to kill this dagger, so I hope it does it. We are blocked out, so we don't need to use a potion. Hey Yvonne, been a while, haven't seen you around. We just did a coconut reward. She's currently sitting under a chair in a sunspot yelling at me. I guess I can just do this, huh? That seems smart. I keep drawing Fiendfires with my Dark Embrace. Alright, let's go get Coconut so we can help Yuvo and at work. Alright, Coconut, are you going to help Yvonne out? Yvonne, I just realized that I have been assuming you're female, but I don't actually know that. Your name is not clearly gendered. I guess it doesn't matter. Coconut will send you her energy either way. Okay, so... It's hard to play Slave of Spire while holding a kitty. Maybe if I do like this, should I just leave him there? I'll go that quick now. That's too weird. Good job, Coconut. We killed Necromancer. Got a shuriken, huh? Oh. So it would be incorrect to assume that you're female. Very well. Message received. Oh yeah, what is your what was your silent deck? Was it one of those poisony, catalysty wraith form decks, or like is it like a shiv thing or nightmare catalyst? That's fun. My favorite silent deck ever had 2 copies of Nightmare and a Wraith form, and ended up like pausing the heart fight by just like making infinite copies of Wraith form and being like, whatever, I'm immune. That was fun. I don't think we want any of these. Or Colorless Potion. Attack Potion's better. To continue keeping in my potion bar doing nothing. I guess we're upgrading cards since we can for free. Gosh. I guess Bash now? Bash at least changes what it does. Maybe a Feel No Pain? I guess I'll take the Bash. Seems like Bash isn't even getting played that often, but we go to this shop to heal and potentially buy a card. Or we could go here and look for Mind Bloom, get an extra rare relic. I like looking for Mind Bloom. Ah, or this fight, that's also a rare relic. Very well. This one's generally quite a bit harder than Mind Bloom, but that's okay, I think we can take it. Alright, I'm going to disarm on the one with more health. He's probably the later target. Although it's always possible Sword Boomerang disagrees. Dark Embrace Fiendfire is fun. I think we're hoping to play all these. We did. Alright, taking a little bit of damage, not a huge deal. We can Feel No Pain's Second Wind to block out and draw a bunch of cards. Mana Break. Okay. Yikes. Let's take the attack potion and try and kill this back guy. Sever Soul blocks out 2. Actually, defense block for more if I don't play them. Strat. You've not had much success with Wraith Form. I have to start utilizing it. I do like so. Yeah, Wraith Form is really good. Can't really set up Pen Nib. I guess we could try. No, there's no attack we can draw that does less than 17. Okay. Yeah, Wraith Form's kind of a sneaky card. It can definitely get you killed, but I think especially in poison decks, you often just like the math works out where you're just like, okay, I can just Wraith Form and turn my way to victory. Is Calipers good? It's probably really good. It's probably really, really good. Now that we have Calipers, do we pick Body Slam? No, I don't think so. We can take True Grit. I'm not against True Grit. We've got enough block. I don't think we need True Grit. Okay. It is possible that we don't get enough damage to kill both of the Exploders. Let's look for that Limit Break. I'm going to Intimidate first. That can draw a card that we can then exhaust with Second Wind. Yeah, it did. Alright, let's draw some more cards. Okay. Well, I guess let's play the whole hand. I'm going to split the strikes and then hopefully get a letter opener proc to kill both. Okay, yeah. And then this is probably lethal. Cool. I guess I could have set up Petneb a little bit better. It's very unlikely we're ever using Smoke Bomb. I guess we're doing one more Elite. I guess Smoke Bomb is maybe better than Blood Pot. We'll Smoke Bomb if we... Nah. I'd rather take the Blood Pot. Good old floor 46 feed. Yeah, Well-Laid Plans or Runic Pyramid are really good with Wraith form. Actually, Nightmare too. Nightmare helps you take a Wraith form that's in your hand now and turn it into a Wraith form that's in your hand in the future, as well as just increasing the Wraith form density of the deck really high. What do we think about Fire Breathing? We have 3 curses. We start with 2 wounds. We are about to go into an AoE fight. We also have Mummified Hand. There's a lot of stuff going for it. The thing that's going against it is like its damage, and we have like a totally different plan for damage, which is already like super effective. So like the card draw is pretty meaningful. I think I'm not going to pick it, but I think it's pickable. You could pick it. It's also like the 3rd time this run we've been offered Rampage, so we could have 9 copies of Rampage. Be fun. Our continuing project to waste campfires. We can't recall because we didn't turn on the ending. So I guess we're down to upgrading Feel No Pains. Alright, our second nemesis. Let's draw a card. Okay. Second one draws another card. Sure, why not? I keep on going Fiendfire with 1 energy. It's like the only 2-cost card in the deck, but you can't play it if you draw it with 1 energy. We already have Dark Embrace up, so Fiendfire draws a bunch of cards. Probably want to play Limit Break though, and maybe we need to play Feel No Pain to make Fiendfire block. A lot of competing objectives here. Let's start with a Feel No Pain, see what the decost hits. Fiendfire. Alright, let's be greedy and play a Limit Break, and then draw some more cards. Yeah, that should do it, right? Yes. Okay. Alright. Another Limit Break, another Feel No Pain. I guess I'll play more cards to get Ink Bottle back. Get a letter per proc. I gotta keep the no draw from Battle Trance. Gotta keep Ink Bottle in mind with that, because we're gonna end up preventing ourselves from drawing cards if we're not careful. Disarm. I guess Inflame and Limit Break will happen. Because why not? And then I think it's our goal to leave Ink Bottle on 9. So we'll play a strike that does 1 damage. Alright, Limit Break draws a card. Burning Pact draws more cards. And Fiendfire's probably lethal, right? Yeah, 63 times a bunch. We're out of energy, so we can't strike first. If we could, we would charge Petnib back up, but okay. 448 Searing Blow. Seems terrible. Skip all those. Fear Pot versus Blood Potion. We're keeping the Blood Potion in case of emergencies. And doing another useless Campfire. I guess we're doing Feel No Pain, so let's keep doing that. And cruise on into the Donu deck out. Alright, let's draw cards. Interesting. Let's play the powers and see what they hit. Ooh, they hit each other. Let's get that strength scaling going, and then draw a card. Oh, we can't draw, right. Okay, well we've blocked out, so that's fine. And generally don't use the first target. Oh, we lost that ink bottle draw to no draw. I knew it was going to happen. Limit Break, Burning Pact, Fiendfire seems really good. We go up to 24 strength. This does... Are we weak or something? Oh, it's only 7. It's 7 plus 24. So it'd be 31 times... This draws 4 cards. I guess let's see what those 4 cards are first. And now we can battle trance too. So it says 31 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this draws plus 3, so 8. 31 times 8 is 240. So it should be lethal. Okay. Let's draw some cards. Ooh, I was supposed to play Feel No Pain first. That's kind of a mistake. Probably doesn't matter, but... Limit Break and Damage seems like a good idea. Yeah, okay, cool. Well... Alright, it's Ascension 1. I think perfect. Boss fight's kind of what you're expecting here. It definitely felt like overkill. we had a lot of resources there at the end, so... Sleep... Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what you expect for a ladder, right? Is like, on Ascension 1, you generally expect to just like kind of win fairly easily. But yeah, that one was very easy. Pretty fun little deck. I definitely enjoy Feel No Pain stuff. We actually had an additional copy of Feel No Pain offered. It was offered to us on like floor 2 instead of the Disarm, I think. So we could have started on that even earlier. But as it was, we already got to it pretty quickly. Sword Boomerang on floor 1's reasonable. Started doing a bunch of disarmy or exhausting defensive stuff. The second win was a bit of a speculative pick. I wasn't for sure that was a good idea, but it turned out to be totally the core of the deck, so I'm really glad I did it. Although I guess Limit Break has more claim to being the core of the deck than the second win by the end. Getting 2 copies of Limit Break is pretty lucky as well. Which was pretty necessary because the deck got really fat, 54 card deck. I think probably in the future I'll be even more conservative about the card picks. I tried to be pretty minimal about card picking, but still got a ton of cards. Let's see, how many did we pick? We picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cards. So under normal circumstances, we would have been up to like a, like you start with 10, would have been up to like a 24 card deck. So it's pretty conservative. Like normally you end up as like a 30 card deck. But obviously with the Hoarder modifier, you got to be even more conservative than that, it seems. But you still have to pick damage early. So yeah, I like how that turned out.